Hello everyone, it's Natasha with Me and My Stamps, and I want to thank you very much for being here and joining me today. I have a little project for you, but I am so excited to show you this card. I had a request from one of my customers to use the shimmer paints. So that's what we're going to use today. And I got to tell you, these things do not disappoint, especially the champagne mist. I thought I would love the frost white, but actually champagne mist is the one that I'm ending up loving the most. Let me show you the card we're going to make. I'm over the moon ecstatic about this card because all of you know that I absolutely love anything that sparkles, and this stuff sparkles. This is the card. Isn't this beautiful? Oh, I am so over the moon. In love with this card. Look at all the sparkle. And this is what we're going to be using today, is the sparkle on this one. And I'm going to show you some different colored glimmer paints. And then this is the inside. I don't know if you can see, but I did a little stamp off on the snowflakes. All right, let's get started. We are going to use the Snow is Glistening stamp set, and we're going to use that one there. Each snowflake is beautiful, sparkling, and special, just like you. And we're going to use that snowflake, and that snowflake. So the three biggest ones. And then we are going to use our beautiful dies. And this set has so many, as a lot of you know, and these are the four that we're going to be using. The biggest one, the medium, and then two of the smaller ones. I love this set. I love this set. Okay, so we're going to put those aside. And we're also going to be using the cable knit embossing folder. So as a lot of you know, you just put your paper in there, and I put mine sideways, and then I run it through the Big Shot, and voila, we got magic. So I've done a couple of those so we can show you some of the paints. I'm also going to use the Pretty Label Punch, and I'm going to punch out two of these, or two glitter and one balmy blue one, and then the two glitter ones. And we're also going to use the Stampin' Up! Embossing white. So each one of these get their own special little dauber, designated dauber. And I'm going to put a scrap paper under here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think you get 5 daubers. Yeah, you get 5 daubers in one of these packets. And inside these is a little ball. So you need to shake them up real good. And there's several different ways that you can use these. You can put some of the paint on a block and use it. You can put it on the stamp and use it. But this is the way we're going to use this one. Let's do the copper. Okay, so I didn't get much in there, but a couple of ways. Maybe I didn't shake this one. See, there we got some paint in the lids, and just take your dauber. It fits right in there. You don't need a whole lot. And then maybe dab it off a little. And you want to use a light touch. Well, I should have probably taken more off. I have to say, this is not my favorite one. This is not my favorite color, at least not on white. I think this would look good like on a dark color, like maybe chocolate, or what do we have? Early espresso. It's really hard to get a light touch with this copper. But the lighter you can go, and then go heavier, the better. It is kind of pretty though. The first one I did, I didn't like. It looked like, I don't know, somebody shot it. And it dries fairly quick, but with like any paint or anything like this, the more you use, the longer it's going to take to dry. The humidity from where you are, if you have any, could take longer. See, that's already dry on that side. So that's the copper. It's actually kind of pretty. I didn't try them on a darker color. The gold's kind of pretty. This is actually turning out prettier today than I tried it last night. Last night I was just like, yuck. It's actually kind of pretty. Yeah, I don't know how to be light-handed with this. You can also use these inside the embossing folder if you want to dab some of this on the embossing folder and then run your paper through it. You could try that technique as well. See, this side I'm much more heavy-handed than this side. So that one actually turned out kind of, these are the ones I did last night and I didn't like them. For some reason I like today's. Oh, actually that's not, I don't know. And there was the copper. I got really heavy-handed with the copper. Oh, maybe I could punch something out and make it work. So these are last night's. And now let's do, see, these are already dry. Now we're going to do the frost white. Yes, sparkle things make me happy. This is pretty. It almost reminds me of a pearl. And I think this would look absolutely stunning on a wedding card. Absolutely stunning. This one seems to take a little more paint than the other one, so. Oh, this is so pretty. I think it's a pearl that I'm thinking of that this reminds me of. Isn't that pretty? So this is what we started with, just white, and then this is on top of it. And it really is gorgeous. Not hard at all to do, super easy. And now my favorite! I love this stuff. I know you guys probably think I'm crazy, but oh, it's just so pretty. So pretty. Oh. Oh. Isn't this an exciting craft for us? Exciting adventure, creating with really pretty products. I just love this stuff. This one seems to go the farthest. I can actually go the farthest with this one. Like I've only dipped it once and I've done the whole The whole paper. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. Oh, look at that. It's like magic. You go from flat to shiny. All in a matter of seconds. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. So this is the matte 5 by 3 3/4. And you're going to need a base card by 8.5 by 5.5. Score at 4 1/4. And we've already done the scoring. Then you're going to need a piece of glitter paper. Isn't that beautiful? It's my own little Christmas right here. 5 1/4 by 4. And then, like I said, you're going to punch out 2 of these, and we're going to put these together kind of like that. And I guess I didn't cut out. Oh, I didn't cut out the blue piece. We're going to do a blue piece after we stamp it. We're going to cut it out. All right, so let's do this one. Yay! I get to work some more with this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that just come to life. Just focus. Oh my gosh, you guys. I can't even begin to tell you how beautiful this is. When I was a little girl, this is where I think I got my love for glitter. I had this rock, and it was cut open, and the inside of it was just glittery like this. And I loved it. And I think I carried it everywhere around with me. And I was out on a swing set, and I left it. And when I realized I left it there and I went back to get it, it was gone. I was heartbroken. I was heartbroken. But ever since then, I have loved things that shimmer. It was a beautiful rock. I'm sure you've seen them in stores for sale, because I've seen them since, but I haven't been able to bring myself to buy one. I just have that fond memory of when I was a child and had that shiny, shiny rock that would just glitter. And I don't know where I got it. I just know I lost it. Oh. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, just beautiful. Okay. That magic is done. All right, so we're going to score our card. And burnish it. And we are going to stick this on the back of it, or on the front of it. And then we're going to do some stamping. I wish I could wear this stuff. Like make a dress out of it. Ah, I have a feeling that's stuck. That's stuck. That's fast fuse. Okay, so we're going to bring in our Stamparatus. Stamparatus. Love this thing. And look how nice this is to have this hinge where you can flip, have your stamps on both sides. That is such a neat little way they did that. Everything I'm using is Balmy Blue, because this Balmy Blue just says cold, and I love that. It is like one of my favorite colors this year. I mean, it just does well with snowflakes. It does well with everything. Oh, perfect. Okay, now we're going to do the Joy. Now you can do the Joy in the Balmy Blue if you want, and then Versamark, or you can do it in black and then Versamark. I wanted to keep with the cold theme, so I went with white. So we're just going to do white. I thought white looked really well. So all we're going to do is Versamark it up. And I have my Stamping Emboss White. I emboss a sample on it, and then I stick it onto my container so I can see what it looks like. Get my heat gun out. And then I just use a spoon. I know some people have spoons on the back of their things and little spoons, but I just use a plastic spoon that I have. Be nice if I actually put the card in there, huh? And I'm actually going to do this a couple times. And that's why I've used it in the mist, or in the stamp apparatus. Dad blast it. Sorry. Because I want a nice thick white over it. And there we go. Yeah, I like that. All right. And then we're going to take our all right. I love punches. Just makes things go so quickly. Now these two, I'm just going to put together so I can have a border, a pretty little border. And I'm going to use my fast fuse. And I haven't done enough of these to figure out a nice way to get it centered. So what I did was just put it together like that. And then I flipped it over and I lifted it up. I know this is probably not the best way to do it, but shoot. Here's the way I came up with. I'm sure you guys probably have a better way. And then we are going to use some dimensionals. And I put one in the middle. I know it's probably an overkill for some, but I like it sturdy. This is kind of hard to see since I can't get my head over the camera. Oh. Yeah. Does that look straight? There we go. Okay, this one I'm going to attach with some fast fuse. So this part, I have a little sticky in there. And then I'm going to stick this onto this with dimensionals. Hopefully, one dimensional down. Hopefully with a dimensional not showing off the edge. And then we're going to stick this inside. We'll use some snail. Oh, crud. All right. Oh, it's not done. So since I messed up, what would my video be if I didn't mess up? We're going to bring out the silicone mat that Stampin' Up! Has, because I already put tape on this and tape doesn't stick to this. So we're just going to lay this down and finish stamping my snowflakes. Now the snowflakes, I stamped it, and then I wasn't sure if I wanted it strong or if I wanted it stamped off. Well, it ended up that I wanted it stamped off as well. So I did a stamp off on the card. I wasn't sure this was going to work with a silicone mat, but it does. Yay! Okay, now we can stick it to our card. I have glitter everywhere, you guys. Oh, glitter everywhere. See? Oh, oh, oh. It's so pretty. Now for the fun stuff, the snowflakes. Are these gorgeous? I actually cut a few more than I needed. My dimensionals. I put a big dimensional on this one, and then I stuck some little ones on. Because I want to mill this, and I don't want the middle to flatten in the mill. So I stuck some small ones on these little parts on the outside. Let's see, just to make sure that it doesn't sink on that in the middle. And if you get confused, if you haven't taken them off, you'll see that these are kind of matte, and the ones taken off are really shiny. So if you're ever in question, just tilt it, and you'll see which ones you haven't taken off. Or you can do like me and just stick your fingers in it sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna bring this one down just a little further so I can get it in an envelope. And if you want, you can put something in the middle. I really liked that, so I just left it. But you could put like that one in the middle on a dimensional. And then I wanted this one. So this one, I stuck a little dimensional on this side over that little hole. So some of the sticky stuff is still coming through. I don't know if there's any. And then you can take another snowflake and put it, did I put it on top? I did. You can put it right on top. And actually what I did after I did that was I took my paper pierce tool and I took this end and I just went and pushed in the middle of it. It kind of brings the snowflake up, which will probably be smashed by the time it gets there, but I need to get in the middle. There we go. By the time it gets to in the middle. Now, you're going to notice that this has a lot of height to it, and this one doesn't. So what I did was I took another dimensional and put, after you take this paper off of this one, I put another one on top of it to give it some dimension. Is that enough, or do I need one more? I think that's good. You put 2 or 3 on there. I think 2 is pretty good. And then, let's see, which one do I want for this one? I think I want this one. Then we just take this and put it on a glue dot. And stick it right here. And that's our card. Oh, I love this card. It's so pretty. There's the inside. So what do you guys think? Do you like? Do you not like? Is it too shimmery and shiny? Can we ever have too much shimmery and shiny? I think not. I hope you enjoyed it. I had fun doing it. I'm glad you like it, Carol. Thank you. Look at all these little snowflakes. Well, that's it. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, share it. If you're watching it on YouTube, please subscribe in the button below and share it with your friends. If you make it, I would love to see it. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you're interested in Stampin' Up! Products, I would be happy to send you either the annual catalog or the holiday catalog. Both are complimentary. Just leave me a comment below and I will get back to you. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. I look forward to seeing you next time.